When we see run-down houses and shacks that our people have to live in, well, we want to build new homes for our people. We see streets that are not paved, without curbs, without sidewalks, that flood, that children can't walk to school. Well, I grew up in San Antonio, and I realized that we're a third world community living in a first world state. And unless the people organize, then that's not going to change.
2024 is the 50th anniversary of the founding convention of Communities Organized for Public Service in San Antonio, Texas. At the time, the leaders of this effort had no idea what they were about to happen in this city, this state, and eventually the whole West and Southwest region. They just knew that their faith called them to fight for the dignity of their families, and they did.
Since 1973, we have learned many lessons that have formed the philosophy of COPS. For example, 10 years ago, the City Council did not care how many of our people drowned or lost homes and property because of flooding. 10 years ago, not one politician attended our first convention. How many are here today? 10 years ago, when I would get phone calls telling me not to start my car in the morning, I knew we had found the jugular of the power brokers.
But before we continue with the agenda, guess what happened? Guess who's telling us we got to get our buses off their parking lot? Guess who? The City Water Board. They did it last year and they're doing it again this year. Que tercos, no? But they don't know that we have the chief of police here. And they don't know we have the mayor here.
Remember, power is never given, it must be won. 10 years ago, San Antonio's power brokers said of cops, leave them alone. They're Mexicans. They can't organize. Well, we made liars out of them, didn't we?
What they didn't know was that cops would inspire a whole new generation of organization. They shook the foundations of power across Texas, and then other states followed their example. California, Arizona, Louisiana, Iowa, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Colorado, Arkansas, New Mexico, Nevada, and Michigan. In every case, it was the local residents who organized their institutions to raise enough money and build a power organization with the capacity to change the fundamental underlying conditions of their communities.
You know, a businessman looks at things in terms of quarters. Local politicians look at things in terms of 2 years. President in terms of 4 years. That's their sense of vision. Our timeline is a generation.
2 generations later, the results have been remarkable. Let's hear what leaders in 24 cities have accomplished.